Okay, in this video, we're going to cover display. So we're on this little eyeball tab now. Last video, I drag and dropped this little blue button here. This actually allows you to resize your client window however you like. But you can actually set your size right here, or you can make it just fit the window size. But that'll actually dynamically change. As you can see, it'll adjust the screen size as you drag and drop it. So you can play it, you can play with it and get it to wherever you like. Adjust how long speech remains on screen. You're going to want to turn this down. I believe it starts at 500 and it makes everything stay on screen for like forever. If you turn it down to 90, I think this is pretty good. It's about close to where the default is for classic client. And then checking this box will just make it so that based on how long of a message it is, it stays on the screen a little bit longer based on that length. Scrolling down a little bit, you have status bar options. Here we can actually pick and choose like what kind of status bars we want. So these old styles are like for yourself, for example, this one right here, this original old style maximize status bar, that's what this is. If you check this box, it'll actually change it to like this old fashioned one that people used to have a long time ago. So if you like that little miniaturized one, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it like this. Original party status bar Gump makes it so that when you're in a party, it makes the Gumps for like all your party just like the original from Classic Client. Use Salo style status bars changes status bars from this one that, what is that? What do I gotta click here? Yeah, right here. It changes it from this to this, which is like, I don't know. I just like this a lot more. If you like the classic one, you don't want to check this, but if you like the new updated Salo style status bars, that's where you're gonna find that feature right there. Remove status bars without objects will make it so that as soon as an object disappears from your screen, it'll automatically close the bar for you. And then you can choose to make it so it only does it for monsters, or if you want to do it for everything by checking this box. And remove for party and friendly. If you don't want people in your party or people you've added as a friend, if you don't want their health bars to disappear, you can check this box. Animated lines just makes, I believe that, so like when you actually see, when there's actual differences, like changes in the health bar, it'll update based on the animation that's playing and not wait for information from the server. So I think that makes your health bars update a little bit faster, but I'm not sure about that. Save friendly status bars and exit just makes it so when you close your client, any friendly status bars that are already open will still be there when you log back in. Abbreviated gold format makes it so that if you have your status bar showing all of your stuff, like stuff that's usually in this counter Gump right here, I believe this just abbreviates it. So like I don't have any gold on me right now, but like you can see if like I had, depending on the amount of gold you have, it'll just abbreviate the notation. Pull status bars from the area is extremely handy. This makes it so like by default, if you press control, you can hold control and then drag a box. And then anything that's in this box, when you let go, it'll pull its bar and put it on the screen. And one thing that can get annoying is like the bars will lock together like this, but if you hold control and shift, you'll see these little locks. If you click these locks, that allows you to move the bars individually. But like as you pull them as a group, they all kind of lock together like that. But it's really, really nice if you can just pull all the bars on screen real quick, like at boss fights and whatnot, or in a PvP situation. If you need to just grab bars on the screen real fast, you can just drag a big box like that and you get them all. And then of course you can specify which notoriety you actually want to pull. So if you want to leave out NPCs, you can just uncheck invul. And this will make it so that when you pull bars, it'll only pull from humans or ignore humans, or, you know, pull from mobs. This determines where they go, so it'll pull to where your mouse is, or it'll go to the right of the screen or to the left of the screen, depending on how you choose right here. Scrolling down, Gumps resizing, I really haven't messed with that, But lock Gumps Moving makes it so like you can actually click Gumps together and move them as a group. So for example, if I wanted to pull a couple spells out, usually you have to move all these around individually, but with lock Gumps Moving, you'll see them almost snap together like that, and then you can move them together like this, which is pretty useful. I mean, I like that. I think that's pretty handy. It's purely preferential. If you want to use it, you can use it. If not, you could always just press Control and Shift and then click these little locks, and again, that'll let you move them individually. Also, one thing that's not explained anywhere in the options, but you can actually make it so that you can't move stuff on the screen normally. If you hold Control and Alt, you'll notice another little padlock that appears in the top left corner. If you click this, it'll turn red, and then that makes it so you can't click and drag on that container. You can still move the items in it, but that gump will then be locked in place, so you can't click and drag it by accident, which can be useful. Disable the menu bar will hide this up here with all these little buttons in it. Cast spells by one click makes it so that when you do have these little buttons open, you can actually cast just by clicking on it once instead of having to click it twice. So that's pretty neat in itself. Contact with Gumps only if pressed makes it so that you only click and drag a Gump if you're pressing the key modifier. Yeah, if targeting, mouse window, or in the game window, that's self-explanatory. Show counter Gump. What does that actually do? Oh, that's what this is. This Gump right here. So if you're wondering how to get rid of this thing, if you don't like it, that's where this option is. So if you right click on this, or if you click on, what is it, this arrow here, you can kind of adjust a lot of this stuff in this Gump. But if you just don't want to use this at all, you can just uncheck that box and then it'll go away. Save Gump position cache makes it so when you log out, it remembers where all your stuff is. Show party invitation Gump makes it so that when somebody sends you a party invite, you get a little pop-up box on your screen that asks you if you want to join the party, so you don't actually have to type out /accept. So that's pretty useful. And buffs timer makes it so that if you're using this little thing right here, where is it? I don't see it. It's hiding on my screen somewhere. Oh, here it is. If you're using this little thing, any buffs or debuffs you have active at that moment will be displayed in this. But this buffs timer makes it so you actually have a little number on there so you can see how much time is left on your buff, which, again, so many extremely useful things in Orion. Color options, this is where you can actually set your speech color, your emote color, all your party chat colors and everything. Dark nights and colored lighting, that makes it, you know, those are in classic. That makes it so everything's really dark when you don't have a light source or you don't have a night sight. And colored lighting just, I believe, changes the color of the lighting sources in the client.